Hi everyone, thank you for joining me here at Science Central. I know this is a very weird time we are in, but I would like to stress the importance of finding science in our everyday life. I have up here some samples of rocks that you might be able to find around your house, in your neighborhood, just to kind of talk about the science behind what we can find everywhere. Now, I have many different rocks here. Most of these rocks are formed from lava. Now, lava is kind of exotic to us here in Indiana. We don't have any volcanoes currently here, but we do have lots of rocks that have been formed by lava or magma here in Indiana. Some ones you might find around your house or other establishments is a rock that might look like this. Some of them might be red, some of them may be black, but they're all kind of this misshapen rock with all of these different holes all around them. This type of rock is called scoria. Normally when you pick it up, you will notice it is maybe lighter than you think it should be relative to its size. This rock is formed from lava that came out of a volcano, either forcefully or on the surface that had a lot of gas trapped inside of that lava. Once that lava got out to the surface, all that gas was able to escape the lava, and that's what formed these holes. After that, the rock did form rather quickly, and that's kind of why it's full of holes and has this light weight to it. Now, lots of other rocks can be formed from lava or magma that you might be able to find. This rock right over here looks a lot different than the rock we just looked at. If you ever pick up one of these, it is a lot heavier than scoria is and has a lot fewer holes. It is hard to find any specks of grains or crystals in it. This rock is called basalt. This is the kind of rock that you will find on the bottom of our oceans, and even on the moon has lots of basalt on it. That is also formed from lava flow as well. Now, sometimes this lava isn't necessarily on the surface, but gets trapped underground. When lava is trapped underground, we call that magma. Now, magma that's trapped underground normally cools a lot slower than magma that is on the surface. When the lava is cooling a lot slower, lots of crystals like to form, and we can get rocks that look like this. This kind of rock is called granite. Granite is super common all over the place, and you can tell it's granite because normally there's more than one color present on the rock. It kind of looks like it's all spattered on there. And if you were able to get really close to one of these rocks and look at it, there are some pretty decent sized crystals making up these rocks because that lava, that magma, could cool very slowly and let those crystals grow. Now, rocks can be a little tricky. Some of the rocks might look very similar but be very different. We just looked at granite, but sometimes you will find a rock that looks like granite here, but you'll notice has these stripes on it. Now, these are almost the same rock, but there's one key difference. This rock is called gneiss. Gneiss is formed when granite is pushed under a whole lot of pressure and heat, and then all of a sudden all those chemicals, all those minerals start lining up in patterns, and it starts to form these lines and make a completely different rock. Now, so far, all of these rocks we've looked at, from granite to even scoria, has these little things called grains, which look like little pebbles or little sand or crystals in them. But there are some rocks that don't. These rocks look like this. It is very glossy, very shiny kind of rocks, and even under a microscope, you can't see any grains or crystals on them. This is what happens when lava cools very quickly. So quickly that it can't form any crystals and actually makes its own type of glass. This rock is called obsidian. So even though all of these rocks we've talked about are formed from lava or magma, many of these are very common here in Indiana around your house. Keep an eye out for these rocks as you're maybe stuck at home, you're wandering around your neighborhood, and see if you can't identify any of these rocks we've talked about today. Thank you so much for joining me here at Science Central. Hope you're having a great day, and remember, science is fun.